YouTube! Welcome. Hello. I will say, I came, right before I came on here, I set an intent, and I called in my spirit animal, who is a giant, I mean, she's bigger than most humans, Black Panther. Incredible, beautiful animal. And I asked her to come in and chill, and I also set the intent to just be a conduit, really quick, just to let you guys know, I've felt personally very lost, and I didn't feel like I was okay to do cards. I didn't want to get on Lost and maybe project that energy onto people. And so I've been away, and when I feel connected enough, I'll get on and do readings, and it's been a little bit more, but I just finally said, use me. What do you need to say? Who needs to hear you? So here we are, and I started with 3 decks, and they're like, okay, grab this one, and this one is for this, make sure that you use this for this, and they're going so fast, I'm already channeling. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm just, anytime I have really high vibe like this, it's just the whole gang is here, and I'm just gonna light that a little bit more, get a little bit more going here. So, little thing about sage here, while I'm doing this, while you're waiting. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this space. Sage bundles usually come like this. This is actually a really well-made sage bundle. There was a couple that I stopped ordering off of Amazon, because every time I ordered off Amazon, I was getting sage that was like, it didn't burn like sage, it didn't do the work that it needed to do like sage, it didn't smell like sage. I don't know what it wasn't white sage. So be careful if you're ordering off of Amazon. I actually did save the bag, and I can write down the name of the company if there is one for you guys, because this one is legit, and I just had it, I think I had it for a couple of years. I put it in the back drawer and forgot about it. But anyway, I digress. So when you have sage, you have a bundle like this. You don't want to, and I think that it's like on movies or something, like, you know, they would light the whole bundle. And if you personally bundled the sage, where you have all of the stems at one end, and all of the top of the leaf at the other, you could burn it that way. It's not gonna, you know, not be a good idea. That's what our ancestors were doing, but they weren't burning the stems. Burning the stems is like burning the stems of weed, okay? If you're a weed smoker, you know, you don't smoke the stem. You smoke the leaf. You smoke where the crystals are, okay? So when it comes to this, there are no crystals on the sage. Just a little note there. But what you do is you just find a little piece, and you peel it off from, you just kind of have to be careful. When I had long nails, I always broke it. It was a pain in the ass. We'll say the long nails are working against you. But sometimes if you start at where the stem is, and then you just pull it out, you can get a little piece like that. And as you can see, it's just burning. She's burning great. She's got no problem. Okay. Oh, she fell down. Put her back up. Alright, so today's healing messages, if you're still here, you must want these messages, welcome. They're going to be kind of different. So, I'm going to do 2 different chakra healing cards. I'm going to pull some chakra healing cards. We're going to also pull some yoga cards, okay? A little thing about yoga. If you're older, you want to look at yin yoga. And when I say older, like if you're in your 30s, you've done your partying, like you look at going to the club and you're like, I'm tired watching this. Yin yoga's your jam. Yin yoga is where you want to be at. Yin yoga is for the body when you start to get older, because it takes care of and safely nurtures the body in a way that yang yoga, which is like the big movement yoga and the crazy poses and all the weird shit like that. And it's not weird. It's just the yin yoga is the punk rock, funk rocker yoga. It does more strain to your muscles, and as we're getting older and there's healing that's required from all the crazy activeness of our younger years, yin yoga is where it's at. So I have I don't even know how many there's, like maybe 10 poses on here. 10 yin yoga poses, and I'll explain them to you. And I'm just gonna, these are not chakra cards, but listen. These are gonna work for you either way. All right, and then we've got the another excuse me. They were trying to make me say mudra. Like I tried to stop saying mudra like twice. So okay, hold on one second. I gotta get you guys the mudras too. All right, we're doing it. It's okay. It's okay. So then I'll just randomly, I'll do like one of these. And like find a mudra for you guys. It's a healing mudra, so I'm like putting my books on the floor. We'll put it right there. All right, so we have tons of stuff for you guys today. Let's just get started because I don't know how long this is gonna take. If you stay through this, then obviously you're meant to see this. I'm not gonna be stressed. If you're here all the way through, it's because you're meant to be here. They're like, shut up. We didn't tell you to talk. Be quiet. Shuffle the cards. All right, so how do I want to do this? I did want to tell you more. There's just so many different. I have a healing with fairies. I'm going to do a dragons card. So we're going to pull in the fairies and the dragons. Because both there. Because if you don't know anything about like what dragons do versus like the fairies. So the fairies are very high vibrational. Like I would bet to say that like there are probably a couple flicking around in here. Because they're very high vibrational. And they're like children. And when people are like, oh, fairies are, not all of them are high vibrational. Wow. I'm not even going to talk about the fairies anymore. I don't even want to go there. That just went so south. Like, I don't know if they took offense to the fact that I was saying, like, like, the dragons would be... It's like I'm having a conversation with them before I'm having a conversation with you guys, and I apologize, this probably looks crazy. So basically, I was getting at the fairies usually work with higher vibrational energies. Okay, before I was able to really get to that point, I was stopped, and there was like a need for me to reverb and make the world aware that fairies fuck with lower vibrational energies too. Like, they'll come to play. I would grab my other fairy deck, but y'all are scary right now. I'm trying to be fun. It gets so dark on me. Anyway, the dragons are really great because they are able, they kind of live in the lower dimensional areas, like the root chakra. They're able to break through a lot of blockages in the root and the lower chakras that stop you from ascending to those higher vibrational, like from ascending to the point of where you're healing your chakras. See how it was cool? And then they came in, and now I'm just like, you see me over here like, oh my goodness. I'm just going to get back onto the reading because like I was cool, and now I think I'm going to stop this, like legitimately stop this. That was weird. Yeah, I'm going to stop this. Anyway, I digress. What we're going to get into is we're going to do 2 different chakra decks to get into what chakras you need to heal the most. We're going to do an ascension cards. I'm going to pull out the zodiac signs here, and basically the way I'm going to do it for you guys is if you have a sign that comes up for you, no, this isn't a sign you're dealing with or someone watching you. Like, I'm so fucking sick of those fucking readings. I can't even watch tarot anymore because it's always about what somebody else is doing. Somebody's trying to stop you. Like, nobody's stopping me. I stop me. The only person that stops me is me. And if I fall into a belief system that is not working for me, and then which would, an example of a belief system that doesn't work for me would be like, oh my God, someone's doing black magic on me. They're gonna stop me. Now, granted, people can fuck with energy. But they would have to get over on my free will. They would have to literally beat out my free will that says no one can fuck with me. And I genuinely believe that to a fault. Yeah, I really do. They would have to beat out that free will. Trust me, people have tried. But no. The only person that stops me at the end of the day is me. The only person that's stopping me from going to the gym when I should not be sleeping in so late is me. Not anybody else. Okay, so take some accountability. We're not doing that here. And the whole like, oh, it's them. Like, can we not perpetuate a fucking narrative of victimization, which is part of the fear narrative? We're not victims. We are source fucking creators. Let's get into this. Okay. I'm just on one today. Like I said, I set the intent. I really hope I don't forget to put the other part. I started this video. It got really weird when I started talking about the fairies, so we're going to stay off the fairies for a while. I did it again. My bad. Anyways, it got weird, and I was like, I'm just going to stop the reading, and I'm just going to let that energy clear out for a second, and then restart the reading, because the start was kind of... Y'all caught the energy. I'm not going to cut that out. Y'all need to understand. This is authentically crazy energy that's coming through. So, yeah. I almost don't even want to just see me look at the deck, like, do I even want to do them? Do we want to even pull this? Okay, alright, the dragon card. Dragon! I was just watching Merlin. By the way, y'all should watch Merlin, just saying. Okay, and then we're going to do a Crystal Angels card so that I can pull out some crystals. I have another crystal deck, but it's like... No. The only reason I'm not using that deck today is because it comes with a whole ass book, okay? It's reading one of those cards is a whole reading in itself, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to do that one instead. And then for your mental, babe, we're going to do the Law of Attraction cards by Jerry and Esther Hicks. You can get these off of their website. Like, obviously, you could buy them at Amazon, but go support them. Go to Esther Hicks or AbrahamHicks.com. I don't know, fucking Google it. But go to her site and buy it off her site if you're going to buy the deck. Don't buy it off Amazon. One thing I'm trying to do 2022 is not use Amazon any fucking more. They do not treat their employees well. They do not, no, they're not humane. That is not something I want to back in 2022. And that's been a struggle for me, and that maybe needs to be a message for you before we actually get started, is that you need to look at the intent of the companies that you're supporting blindly, just because of the ease. Like, I use Amazon because I moved from Vegas, where you can get anything 24 hours, to literally a place where they are, like, it's like dry here. There's so many things you can't get. And that's before the pandemic, okay? So, yeah, Amazon, for me, hell yeah. But that's something that needs to, no. If you're one of the good ones, we gotta band together. We're gonna band together. We gotta go back to, like, the small companies of supporting the communities. Like, that stuff has to happen now more than ever. Again, I'm being told to bring up Merlin. Okay, so somebody in here would be interested in watching Merlin. It's a BBC show. It was in like 2000 something. Like, I think they started it in 2002 or some shit like that, when TV was so cool. But anyway, watch Merlin, because I just finished that whole series. I have this issue where I'll hide away from A, doing my healing work, and B, hiding from humans. I'm very good at hiding from humans. I'm on the cusp of Scorpio. So, but, yeah, just watch the whole thing, right? And basically, I had a hard time deciphering between the reality of that show and the reality of what we are living in 2022. I actually feel like our world is scarier with, like, you know, like they had the dragons and the magic like that. That was so, known. It was so known. And what a lot of people don't understand is that they stopped that ability. Like, they outlawed the usage. Like, they literally hung and mass murdered people who had the abilities that people are coming online with now. I think that's probably part of the reason that I, to this day, I'm doing readings Like, y'all don't know anything that I know, and I don't mean that like I'm keeping the information, but it's like lifetimes of fucking slaughter because of the knowledge. So, a lot of people are coming online from their ancestral awareness, their ancestral knowledge, ancestral trauma, I'm also hearing. And the times of Merlin, we're literally living that again. That's okay if you don't believe in magic and dragons and fairies and all that shit. That's totally fine. But do not be flabbergasted when you see that shit in the 3D. Because the thing with the times of Merlin and King Arthur, yes, a lot of stuff has been shifted for a narrative. Yes, of course. But there are always truths to these myths, these fantasy stories, right? And the thing with the time of the Merlin and Arthur in particular was that the veil was non-existent. Basically where we are right now. The veil is non-existent. So like you're seeing these, what is it, I don't want to say their name. They all have K's in their name, which is weird. There's lots of K's with them. I don't know if anyone ever put that together. Anyway, a lot of them are talking about like the way their hands look, like reptilian-like. And people are like, wow, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, okay. The world is asleep. That's pretty obvious. The majority of the collective is asleep, I'll say that. It's not the people who are aware of what's happening to go and try to save people who don't know, because what's happening here is that you're gonna risk your own safety. Like, I'm not trying, I don't want to put fear out. I don't want to put fear out at all, but like, if you're so focused on someone else's ability to awaken to something happening rather than going right back into your own spiritual awakening and not trying to be a preacher to everyone, but just living your own spiritual truth, and so much so that other people are able to take that as a perfect example and do it themselves. I know it's just all over the place, and I haven't even picked up these fucking cards, guys. I'm channeling so hard right now. At the beginning of the video, I said my intent was to just use me as a conduit, because I've been kind of lost myself. Like, seeing the world just everywhere, and I'm not somebody that doesn't see the truth in the world. When I look at someone, I can see if they're organic, that's a man of, that's a child of man there, or if there's something else going on, and there's a lot of something else is going on, like, I don't leave my house. I don't like to leave my house. It's pretty cool here. So it's a cool place here. I like it here. Can have tea parties with my dog, my papa. I like my house. The neighbors will chase people out with guns if they mess around. Like, it's a cool little community, man. It's safe here. Doing this healing ensures that if you're not someone that is blessed to be able to hide away from the world like me, like a lot of people have to be out there right now, this will help you. Because you can't just go out in the world anymore and not have this awareness. You need to go out there protected. And I'm also going to do another video. I found this video actually years ago, and it looked like somebody re-uploaded, or maybe he re-uploaded it to try to get more views, but the woke channels here are not going to get the views. Only the channels that are pushing fear and, telling people that their families are going to die and pushing fear, the fear narrative. Those are really the only channels on this particular site that are being pushed to the collective. Unless you have been able to shift in your frequency so high that you're now working with your star family, Floor is pretty poppin'. I'm not gonna lie. She gets fucked with still, but not to the extent of people not being able to see her. So just remember that. And I don't remember where I was going with that, but I'm gonna stop this and make this like a channeled message for you guys, and then the next one's going to be the actual reading. Okay? Yeah, we're gonna do this for real. Okay, I love you. Namaslay. Stay great.